Hey guys, welcome back to Cultivation with Christy. I'm Christy. If you are new here, I am short, but also gardening in Zone 7B of North Alabama. Today, that's Lily. I just jumped right into doing some stuff. We're gonna get some rain this afternoon. The lows tonight and the next couple of days are in the 40s. So I have not planted out my peppers yet. I tried to wait till it's consistently at least above 50, but this year I think I'm gonna wait till 60. But I had the trays setting out here since they're hardened off, so I took those inside. I cleaned the chicken coop. I set up the green stalk. So this is the new one. The other pink green stalk is a leaf. It's half the height there. So I set this one up today and I topped this one off with soil. I moved all of the perennial stuff out front. So I had chives in this green stalk. I moved those out front. I had planted well, it's crocus, but it's saffron in the top of this one last year, and they bloomed and they were really pretty, and I didn't harvest anything, and so I was gonna move them out front with the rest of the stuff, but most of them were smushy and bad, so I saved a handful that were still hard. I'm gonna let them dry out tonight and maybe get those in the ground tomorrow, or maybe wait till the fall to plant them, just let them dry out. I don't know, I'll have to read into that. Right now in front of me I have the hanging basket that I had in the garden last year, and I'm gonna plant these pretty purslane. I like to plant purslane every year in a hanging basket. I don't know why, I just like them. This one doesn't have any open blooms on it, but it's in like an orangish one. Well, it says red on the tag, but to me they were more like a orangish color. I also just put some mint that I found growing in the yard in a pot. I'm pretty sure that's chocolate mint. Probably had some seeds fall from the pot of chocolate mint that I had, because I thought it was oregano, but I don't think it's oregano. It definitely tastes like mint. So I got that out of the ground. Some of my little dwarf tomatoes have come up, so I'll be planting those when I get back from my trip this week. And if I think about it, I'll take some video there and show you. We're going to Sedona for my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
You know how when you meet somebody, or you're in a grocery store and there's a bunch of people, you either feel comfortable or you don't.
I know, 48 stir. I mean, I'm a little winded too, don't get me wrong.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Good night.
And it just keeps going.
You were sitting by it, you know.
I might, for funsies, put an Amazon wish list down below for some birthday goodies for me, garden birthday goodies. This one's orange hat. And then I think that's it for the dwarfs. Anyway, yes, my birthday is on Earth Day, which I told my husband explains why I am the way I am. I'm gonna scoot you back so you can see what I'm doing here. There you go. You can maybe see what I'm doing. Yes, April 22nd. I will actually probably put this video out on my birthday, but I'll be in Sedona. soaking up the views. And really, I'm just gonna set it on top of the soil. I went to the feed store to get the chickens some feed, and I was gonna come back and eat lunch, but I hopped right into doing stuff. That's gonna be good to go. I'm gonna put the puppy back on. Surprised this pot's still holding up. But it is. There she is. They didn't really fill out too much last year, but again, maybe that's because the roots weren't broken up. And I'm not gonna water it because it's gonna rain here in an hour or so. There it is. Ta-da. So, while we're here, I'll give you a garden update. Little mini tour. I'll do the first tour when I plan out the, hey, look at all them slugs, rude. That one had a hole in it. This one the birds got. I'll do a full garden tour when I get the peppers planted out. We got horseradish coming up over there, but the strawberries all around the garden bed. I'm pretty sure that's a sweet potato. And then my horseradish is blooming. I didn't know it did that, but it sure is. And I think I've got a watermelon coming up over here. Did I plant watermelon? I know I planted watermelon in here one year. I didn't think it was last year, but I didn't get anything. Oh, I got an asparagus that needs to be picked with all the weeds. See, this is why I walk you guys around with me, so we can find stuff. Look at all these weeds. Anyway, asparagus. Now you know what that means. Asparagus pointer. So these are my onions. I did have one bolting already, and I picked the flower off of it. I noticed it yesterday. There's a zinnia in there too. And then again, I think I planted my sweet peas flowers, sweet pea flowers, a little late because they're kind of sad. And then these over here are butterfly peas. I planted this pineapple sage, and this pineapple sage came back. I'm pretty sure that's going to be pineapple sage. I'm 100% a positive. We'll see. All of that clump over there, volunteer tomatoes. A whole tomato probably. I dropped one, or it was gross, and I put it down there, and all of those popped up. So all the tomatoes that I did plant are looking good. I planted some basil, Genovese there, and this is chocolate bubblegum holy basil. There's another one right here. And then another Genovese basil. I did not put them behind the trellises this year. Back you up so you can see. I might put like mushrooms back here because they're going to be nice and shaded. I feel like that would be a good microclimate to put mushrooms, and I can't really get to them, so I think they would do well back there because I planted way too many basils last year and it was all kinds of crazy. My carrots over there coming up, we'll get to that. I put gazinias down here. My edible peas on both sides are looking good. No peas yet, but maybe I'll have peas by the time I get back. So potatoes. So these golden potatoes I got from the store, and they started to have eyes, but they never sprouted. While the other potatoes that my friend Dot brought me have sprouted and come up and gotten huge. So while I was at the feed store today, I bought a couple more gold potatoes that were actually seed potatoes. So I planted those in the holes you see there. So hopefully we'll have the baking potatoes first and then the Yukon Golds, because half of these were mushy when I went to plant the other ones. And over here I got all kinds of volunteer peppers. These are probably some type of jalapeno, either the pumpkin spice or regular. More weeds. I can tell these are getting a little yellow. I need to throw some fertilizer on it over here before it rains. And look at my Johnny Jump Ups. Aren't they pretty? They're so colorful. I love them. And the one back here is just blooming like crazy. That's a bean of some kind. And then over here, I think these are radishes. See, my Halloween radishes that I should have pulled. I may go ahead and pull them. I don't know if radishes are going to be good that big, but I can roast them. And these are turnips. Oh, look at rogue little guys. And then these are cabbages, which looks like the moss. I saw them out here the other day. My arugula started to bolt, so I did pull the flower off of that one. Another little baby radish. These, I think those are radishes too. And volunteer zinnias. And I see weeds, and my cilantro is doing really well. I need to harvest some of that. And these Johnny Jump Ups, I need to get these and dry it. And kale and a weed amongst the kale, a spiky weed. I think that is dandelion. But the kale is looking good. I didn't think it would do anything either. But here we are. Yeah, that one's getting eaten. But these two kale are good. Arugula. And look! My chamomile is getting ready to bloom. I'll have some chamomile when I get back. Look at him. And my walking onions are all kinds of pregnant. I had to fold them over and plant those. I did plant ground cherries back here, and I think this is a volunteer. That's a weed, but this is a volunteer cucamelon, I'm pretty sure. And then I dug out all of the tansy and all of the rogue raspberry plants from this. I moved the carnation from right there to over there up by the house. And earlier I chopped all of it back since they've never given me raspberries. So I left a little patch over there. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's still gonna spread throughout the bed, but I left it a little spot over there. And then the other day I came over here and dug out the holes in the weed barrier, and I did see some growth. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be okra. That, you can't really see it. That is okra. Let me see where you are. That is okra. That is okra. That's okra. So I'm gonna have a lot of okra, which is good because I thought I still had some in the freezer and I do not. And this poor Sweet William bloomed and then just dried up and died. And I know it was watered. I did water it, and I touched the soil and it was wet, so I don't know what's going on with it. Calendula, and the two down there next to the strawberries are doing very well as well. These are my transplanted carrots. You can see, let's get in here. Look it. You see it? My little baby carrot. So they're gonna do good. My tomatoes are all looking good. Let's see this kind of carrot down here. What do we got? Not quite yet. More volunteer tomatoes, more weeds. And then amongst the weeds and volunteer tomatoes are little baby carrots. I'm gonna have to do some serious weeding to include the volunteer carrots. I mean, not the volunteer tomato. All the planted tomatoes are looking good. More weeds. These carrots are doing really good. These are the yellow carrots somebody sent me. Carrots. Volunteer tomatoes. Carrots. I could probably figure out what tomato that is. It's the one that was next to the pole last year. And then I got some cilantro down here. And some weeds. And some more volunteer tomato. Nope, these are golden marigolds. Weeds. And then none of my dill came up. The marigolds came up. Oh, wait. That's a dill. Oh, look, I think, yep, that one is a dill amongst the weeds. Ugh. So that's the garden, and while I was over here, I was going to put more soil in there, but since I don't know exactly what I want to put in there yet, or I don't have anything to put in there, I'll save that for another time. So over here, these are the carnations that I moved from the raspberry bed. These are two new ones that I've planted, and these two, along with the dianthus that Mom bought me for my birthday, Mom and Dad. And then my rose bush is coming back with a vengeance. It's got a lot of aphids, but it's about to bloom. And rosemary's looking good. Look at all these calla lilies. I'm about to pull up the weed barrier in between these two, so they'll combine like these two kind of have. And then I'm pretty sure that's a watermelon. I don't know how that got here. It's some kind of melon. And then this is where I dug out the mint. Don't know how I got over here either. Oregano that I need to, well, I have been selling, so if you want some oregano, let me know. But look at the strawberries. That one's ready. That one's ready. There's a whole bunch of them there that aren't quite ready. Got some more green ones coming. And this guy, you can tell this one had the better soil, or the new soil. Now look at the iris and the spiderwort, which is, some people say it's invasive. I'm about to have a dark purple iris over here too. It does spread, but it is native. And then my hydrangea. I'm gonna have another type of iris there. And my gladiolas in the back, which I'm gonna try to thin tomorrow. Look at all these pretty colors. All right, the yarrow has assimilated finally. It's gotten used to it. My coneflowers starting to bloom. That was the first one. They take a really long time to bloom. Like, that thing's been opening up for a long time, but it's looking good. The blueberries are looking good. They came back. Oh, looks like it might be spider mites. I might have to come and take care of that too, but I'm not gonna spray it if it's been raining. And I don't know what that is. It's supposed to be a bachelor button. I don't know if it's a kind of bachelor button. I know that one's a bachelor button. And then those are also coneflowers. And then these blueberries are looking good. More coneflower. This one's the rue. These are the poppies that I rescued from the walkway in the back. They're looking a little rough, but they might pull through. I don't know if they're gonna bloom, but we'll see. Then I have 3 lavenders here, and that one's a eucalyptus, and this one's a tiny little eucalyptus. And then I put the sage from the little tower that was knocked over back there. It came back, but this is the sage I started from seed, so if this dies, this will make it. Then I have the 2 parsleys that I started from seed. Then I had already planted the lemon thyme, the little flower. I moved the chive up here. It's looking a little rough, but I'm pretty sure it'll bounce back. The oregano, the little native flower that's super happy and blooming. And then the thyme. And then over here that gets afternoon shade, I put 3 nasturtiums. And then I put these 3 are 4 are toothache plant. Then my rose, rugosa rose, also has aphids, but it looks like the ants are happy about it. But it's pretty, it's blooming. This one will give me rose hips for tea. More of those native flowers that are blooming. The gladiolas I transplanted earlier are starting to look better. The hyssop is looking good. This one is Black-Eyed Susan. That one's Black-Eyed Susan. I'm gonna put a hibiscus, a roselle hibiscus here for tea. It gets really big, so it'll fit right here. Then I put borage. These are all borage. This is my horehound that's starting to look better. It looks like it's about to bloom. And then down here on the end, I put 2 mullein plants, which will get big from the backyard. I dug them out of the yard because my mullein plant had seeded all over the yard. So, doesn't look like much, but I have high hopes for it. It's gonna look great. It's gonna fill out. And one day I'm gonna redo this video and it's gonna be bushy and big and pretty with all the flowers. Alright guys, I've done a lot of work. Still got a lot of work to do. But, oh, I feel raindrops.